At Panda Incorporated, there had been a recent migration from React to Svelte, and Mr. Panda wanted to know how this is impacting team productivity. Mr. Cat says that he'll send out a survey to realize this. However, he thinks, can surveys be made better? Because when surveys are sent out, people have to go out of their daily workflow to fill them out. You might also miss out on granular details. For instance, if there's authorization workflows that are implemented in Svelte, it might be of interest to know if this is different from how it was done before in React. Because if teams across the firm are facing issues, the leadership could take a decision to kind of have a central framework for authorizations. Mr. Cat thinks that it would be great if there's a system that would understand the issues that people are working on, ask them questions that are relevant to the leadership, and finally be able to view a summary of all such details. This is where ForMaster comes into play. Let's see ForMaster in action. ForMaster is a rover bot which has form building capabilities which allows it to dynamically make forms based on the issue description and summary and other issue details. This is great because rover bots can be added in your Jira automation workflow, which means it'll support a wide variety of use cases. For instance, if you had a new UI library for buttons and you wanted to listen to issues that are related to buttons and ask feedback about your library, whether they're using it at all, and so on, when the issue is moved to in progress, you can do that very easily by setting up a Jira automation workflow. For now, let's go back to our Svelte example. We've set up a workflow here where we first listen if an issue has transitioned to done, and then we invoke our robo agent. We've provided a description of what we're looking for, so we've said that our team has recently shifted to Svelte. If the description mentions a usage of Svelte, ask them about their experience, how much time is saved, how does it compare to React, how would they rate it, and so on. Let's see how this actually pans out in action. So we'll go to our Jira board. So there's a ticket here which talks about improving routing systems with SvelteKit. Now if I move this to done, our automation should get triggered. Once the automation is triggered, if you go to apps and open up ForMaster, if you wait for a while, the form would load up. So now the form asks us about experience with Svelte, rating your experience, would you recommend it, and also about how SvelteKit performs, in this routing example that has been given here. So it actually read the issue, understood what the issue is talking about, and is asking a question. I'll go ahead and fill this out. Great, but we need, let's put a rating of maybe 7. Yes, it's nice. And I'll go ahead and submit this form. Once the form is submitted, your response is recorded in the comments. So I have some other issues here which I've filled the forms for. So if you go ahead and look at the forms for these, you can see that there are questions that are related to the issue itself. So they're very dynamic. It changes with issue to issue. And also, if you look at this ticket, for example, this is related to Python API enhancement, and the form won't be available for this because it doesn't talk about anything related to Svelte. Now, let's say you want to go ahead and get some analysis for this. The best way to do this is to use the inbuilt, the chat with Rovo. So first, let's see if it can list the issues related to Svelte. So yeah, I think it has listed a bunch of issues here which are related to Svelte. Now I'll tell it to list the comments in these issues so that we can get a glance of what people have commented related to their experience. This seems a little difficult to read, so I'll ask it to display this in a tabular fashion. And yeah, as you can see, it has kind of gone through all the comments, and it has told that, okay, these are the difficulties that people are facing. So I see a common theme that there's developer bandwidth mentioned here. There's need more time to learn Svelte, need more developers. So probably the leadership could take a look at this and say, okay, we need to hire more people, or we need to give more training. It also lists what are the improvements people have mentioned and so on from the comments that people have mentioned. So yeah, that's it for ForMaster. Thank you.